I'm Dr. Kathleen Walls.
And I'm Malika Lawrence.
Leanne Anderson.
And you are watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN. Special guest here. I had the opportunity to meet Miss Leanne Anderson last week at the St. Lucia Consulate in New York, and lo and behold, a week later, here we are
in beautiful St. Lucia.
In beautiful St. Lucia, that's right. So now, Leanne, tell people, I'm gonna hold up your book. And you had an opportunity to hear her talk about her book a few weeks ago on the radio show. And now you get a chance to put a face to the voice.
Yes.
So now tell people about yourself and about this book.
Hi, again, my name is Leanne Anderson, and I wrote the book Painfully Silent. The book is centered around domestic violence. I chose to write it, I guess, in a youth perspective, because a lot of our youth are going through this problem, and they believe that it's normal, that it's okay, you know, that it's just something that happens.
You know, it's interesting, and why, you know, knowing about you, knowing about the book, and as Malika and I were just talking about in the last segment, it made me laugh because she talked about in that kindness piece, in the loving oneself, that so many times people are experiencing, they're healing, they're hurt, they have traumas, and they're painfully silent about it. And so it was like, boy, oh boy,
yes.
she just passed it right to you. Yeah, she pulled you to come forward. Now tell us, why did you choose to title the book that?
Painfully Silent. Oh, this name, I mean, it means so much, and it is so powerful. A lot of us go through things, and regardless if we're trying to fix it, or, you know, we're just not doing anything about it, it's still part of us. It's still in our hearts, it's in our souls, and it hurts.
Yes.
It hurts, and that's a pain a lot of people can identify with, but sadly, not a lot of people are doing anything to change that, to help themselves. So I believe Painfully Silent basically captures a lot of people.
Yeah,
more than, you know, more than those that are willing to, you know, to say that they are experiencing hurt, they are experiencing pain.
Yeah.
So I think they can identify with this book. And
I know you have things to say.
Thank you. It's a lot. It's either cry or say thank you right now for me. So I'm just gonna say thank you.
Okay.
And catch my breath for a second.
All right, catch your breath.
I'm catching it. I'm good. I'm gonna say something. It means so much to me, this book, and I received it as a gift last night from Dr. Walls, and so I haven't even had a chance to read it yet. But just seeing the artistic direction behind it, the colors that you chose, the title that you chose, the placement of the artwork, and then I opened the book and I saw your font choice, and that was a lot for me. And because for me growing up, because I was so vocal yet unaware of how painfully silent I was. I suffered a lot in school. I suffered a lot with learning, and so when I read the book, when I opened the book, it was so validating to see it in that inner child language, in that inner child visual language, and it just spoke to me like, oh my God, this is going to be so comfortable to read something so uncomfortable. And I can't wait to read it and go chapter by chapter in book clubs. I want to create book clubs with it. I think it's such a vital, I'm gonna make it a vital tool for my work, because it's so important for many of us to speak our truth and you know, to express our truth. Not everybody will speak it.
That's right.
But the expression is vital, and I encourage people to find a way to express what is going on inside because that for me speaks back to that kindness that we were speaking about together earlier. By any healthy, progressive means necessary, find a way to express whatever you are realizing that you are painfully silent about.
Now, Val, I want you to give the people an example of expression.
Expression. Take an extra breath. Allow yourself that big sigh of relief. Be your own breath of fresh air. Be your own validator. Go to the mirror and have a conversation and say to yourself, this did happen to us. Just say that and see the buckets come out.
Right.
Allow the tears. Find a friend who you can cry in front of. Find a nature aspect you can cry in front of. If, for me, it's water. If you're elemental, if you're spiritual, whatever that is, find a friend, find a person, find silence, find whatever works for you. Then there's art. Draw about it. Draw how you feel. Sing, just sing anything. Put on your favorite song, the ones that make you scream and cry, and then do that. Not the ones that, not only the fun ones, the ones that really bring up the emotion. And write about it to yourself. Write a love letter to yourself. To every age and stage of yourself. I mean, I really could go on and on.
No, it's important that we talk.
Go on and on.
It's important that we talk about this, because
yeah.
people many times think that they just have to speak it
No.
and talk about it. And
And-
so I know in my therapy practice, I have people write songs.
Yeah.
I have people sing. I have people draw. I have people
Dance.
play drums.
Yeah.
We get through, because you have to get it out of your body
Yeah.
in some way.
Yes.
And I like that point, because as a teacher, we have to find ways of reaching our student, and not every student learns in the same way.
That's
so
right.
It's just like what you guys were saying. You have to find an outlet. You have to find a way that would let you express it, that would let you come to terms with it.
Yes.
And as you said, it could be anything.
Yeah.
With the many lists that you guys
And
mentioned.
so but then go deeper.
Go.
The student is always you.
That's right.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So when I'm saying that, there are things that I've been working on actively for periods, like long periods of time, like 3 years. Let's say there's one thing I've been working on for 3 years, and in the last 7 months, I'd say I got myself to a point where I realized, I did it this time, and then I did it again. So now
That's right.
now it's become second nature. Just becoming second nature.
Yes.
But then comes the active opportunities to demonstrate that second nature.
That's
and then
right.
becomes some bit of a challenging situation.
right.
And so we are socialized, usually generalizing, to say, I thought I went through this, and there's all that anger. But I'm encouraging, no. It's okay that you thought you went through this.
Right.
You did. But we gotta go through it again, and we have to go deeper.
That's right. So let me break it down this way for those who are listening, saying, I kind of understand, but I might not truly get it. It's like when you're in school, the teacher gives you a lesson. You practice how to do the lesson. They give you classwork, they give you homework, you practice over and over again. Then they give you a quiz to see how well have you learned that lesson. You see where you have some of it right, you see where some of it you still need to learn. You get additional practice, and then you get a test. And so it's the same way in life. So now you're looking at your life and you're saying, these are spaces that I need to heal. These are spaces that I need to restore myself. And you start to work on that. And then life will bring you an event for you to put into practice,
Always.
what you've been working on. And at first you may do what you used to do and say, oh wait, that's not what I've been
And you check your
practicing.
responsibility. to
That's
that
right. You check
situation.
your response ability. And then you put into practice the new piece of information, the new lesson, the new skill. And you see how that works. You do an assessment of it. You assess yourself. You assess the response. And then you say, my ability needs more practice.
Yes.
and then another life event will happen for you to try it again. And eventually, as Valika's telling us, is that new skill that you've been practicing will now become an automatic skill.
Yeah.
But there has to be active conscious practice until it moves into that automatic unconscious space.
And
Yes.
I think a good thing to take away from that also is time.
Yes.
Time. Don't think that it's going to happen overnight, because it won't. As she mentioned that she was working on something for 7 months. No,
3 years,
sorry.
7 months ago. I
That's
guess.
right.
7 months. Yes, so it takes time.
That's right.
Yeah.
It takes time, and we can't be angry at ourselves if it doesn't work right away.
That's right.
I like to describe it like gestation. So if I tell you, hey guys, I'm pregnant, you're gonna be happy for me, and then you're not gonna come to me and say, tomorrow, where's the baby? With
Yeah,
impatience. You're gonna
exactly.
come to me in 9 months, because we have all accepted very naturally that it takes
that
a certain
long.
amount of
Yeah,
time
that's
for this
right.
to happen. The difficulty for certain things is you don't really know every time for each thing, but you are growing and developing kindness in one aspect of yourself or
That's
another.
right.
How long the gestation period is for that.
That's right.
And then you're going to give birth to that new aspect of
Yes.
self
Yes.
in that one aspect of self.
Yes.
And there's still other ways. And then you have to grow that child
Oh, yes.
in every aspect.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
That's
So
right.
it takes a lot of time. So just relax and do the work and breathe, and you'll get there.
That's
we'll
right.
all get there.
So we're going to ask you to relax and breathe while we take a commercial break. And we'll be back on Dr. Walls and Friends.